We here for another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered. Man, we got a show on tonight. We got the games that came on this weekend. This was probably one of the best weekends of football ever this past weekend. We had some games, man. We're going to talk about the Bengals game. We're going to talk about the 49ers. We got our fan segment coming up with the 49ers. We got our fan segment coming up with the Rams. Man, we had a whole bunch of games. But, man, we got to start off with that Chiefs-Bills game. Man, that Mahomes and that boy and the Bills, man, they played. Josh Allen played a game on this weekend, man. That was phenomenal. The last 4 drives, man, of regulation produced 25 total points in the final 2 minutes. Bills touchdowns. Mahomes coming back, 13 seconds left on the clock. We're going to talk about all of it, man, and look at this game, and we're going to talk about what happened, and we're going to get into it. So, man, listen, that Chiefs-Bills game, some people say that was the best game ever played in the playoffs. Let's talk about it, man. What was your thoughts on that game?
Man, it was a great game. One of the best games probably ever played, bro. It was like they played so well, you didn't want to see either one of them quarterbacks lose, man. It was like it was a shame it had to be a loser. But the bad part was watching them Bills start to celebrate, man. 13 seconds left. They thought it wrapped up, man. They over there shaking hands, hugging. But 13 seconds was left. And they ain't realized all them dreams and hopes was coming to an end, man. 13 seconds. The Bills have had bad luck in the playoffs, man, since Kelly, and it just continues on.
It continues. Oh, what do you think, Howard, about that game?
Listen, man, you know I was on the edge of my seat the whole game, especially the first one. Listen, both teams got running backs. They were doing pretty good. But the quarterbacks from both teams were the running back Sunday night. That was some of the best running for quarterbacks I have seen. I don't think I've seen it from both sides like that before. But everything aside from that, man, the Bills did what they had to do. The Chiefs did what they had to do, man. 13 seconds, man. That's gonna be in their memory forever and ever, Tony. That's gonna be in their memory, man. Squid kick the ball, man, and lose some more seconds on the clock is all I would always say. Squid kick it. They would have to pick it up and run it. Or even if they didn't run it, they could down it. I think they could down it too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But look, man, 13 seconds. See, before you go, Tony, when they scored the touchdown to go ahead, we saw what Malik, what your boy did when he scored the touchdown. He said bye-bye to the Bills. So I was like, that might be a mistake. And sure enough, them boys came back and took the lead. But hands down, man, you got to give it to Mahomes, man. You got to give it to him, man. You got to get Mahomes is a bad boy. He's a bad boy, and he's angry from, I guess, the way they played in the last Super Bowl. So he's trying to get back there. I think he's really angry. But if they don't, they better play. Cincinnati's the one that beat them. I know they beat them in Cincinnati, and it could go. Cincinnati coming to play, baby. But that was a great game, man. Great game. Hands down to the Chiefs, man. I mean, hands up for the Chiefs. Great game.
Tone, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You went out. There it is. No, that must have been somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and come out and come back in.
Turn the mic on.
Oh yeah, that'll help. Go ahead, Tony.
That'll help. No, so I see the game in two different ways. Number one, I don't think it was a bad coaching decision. I think the coach did a good job of not throwing the kicker under the bus because the coach kind of indicated that the play that was called was supposed to be a squib kick. So that goes to your thing, Howard.
Explain. Explain that, Tone.
So in the press conference, the coach said the kickoff, it was just about execution. And he said it 3 times that it was about execution. To me, that says, because how do you execute a kickoff if you normally kick it out of bounds?
Yeah, it ain't no execution. Yeah.
Correct. So for him to keep throwing the word execution, it seems to me that the only person that didn't get the memo that it was a squib kick was the person that was doing the kicker.
Gotcha.
And then secondly, so I look at it as missed assignments because I've been saying it ever since we started that I hate the prevent defense. And that coach, that team was playing the sidelines as if the Chiefs didn't have all 3 timeouts. So what they did was they left the middle of the field wide open the entire time. So a play, if they were playing the middle of the field and just play regular defense and just keep people back, you got Tyreek Hill, he gets the ball. Even if you don't tackle him right away, he might be dancing around, he might be doing things, other time goes off the clock. And then the last play, it was a missed assignment because the middle linebacker cheated over to guard Tyreek Hill and left the middle of the field wide open for Travis Kelce. And they did what they were supposed to do. Everybody knew exactly what they were supposed to do, how they were on the Chiefs. They knew exactly what they were supposed to do, get down, call timeout immediately, save all the seconds that they could. And it was just well executed. I can't take anything away from the Chiefs, but I can honestly say that it was missed assignments on the Bills' part. And you hate for a game to kind of come down to that because it was a really good game. It really was. I do feel like the Bills would not have been able to execute the way they did with Tyrann Mathieu on the floor if he was still on the field. But when Tyrann Mathieu went out, they kept picking on, Gabriel Davis looked like Jerry Rice in his prime or Randy Moss in his prime, one of those guys, because they just kept sitting him on the safety and there was nothing they could do. So, it was a great game. I enjoyed the entire thing. It was one of those things where I wish it was the AFC Championship game. Because to me, the winner of that game was going to be my favorite for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That could have been a Super Bowl game for me.
It could have, man.
My God. Whew.
So,
now you muted.
Thank you, Tone. I was handling that. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a good game. It was one for the ages. Y'all kind of, messed around with it. So y'all think so? Tony, you explained that pretty good. You think it was the execution issue, and the coach just don't want to throw the kicker under the bus for that. I think that's a situation where he ought to throw the kicker under the bus because that almost get you fired, man.
Not a good coach. See, everybody in the organization knew what was called and knew what happened. The entire Bills organization. This might be the one where the kicker get fired, like Scott Norwood did when he missed that kick against the Giants. So he might be gone. But what I'm saying is, there's no need to throw him under the bus and like make excuses and stuff like that. It was a tough loss, and I especially respect him for not doing it right after. You know what I'm saying? That devastating loss.
He's a good man. He's a good man. Yeah, he's a good man. Cause I'd have threw some other ones in there. I was like, execution. It came off his foot wrong. But we'll see. Hey, look, let me ask you this: did Josh Allen's reputation go up in a loss, or was he already looked at as being an up-and-coming great quarterback, or did you think he played so well? Because both of them almost had 70 yards rushing. They both almost threw for 400 yards. Josh threw for 4 touchdowns. Mahomes threw for 3, but ran for 1. It was great. So did you think his stock went up in a loss?
It did. It went up, man. It really did.
Let me answer your question with a question.
Go ahead.
How's that Baker Mayfield pick looking now?
Howard,
I think that was directed at you. Why are you looking like you waiting on us to answer, or at least you?
Listen, I don't need to answer that, man. The man is Josh Allen is a beast, man. Period. Josh Allen is a beast,
That
man.
was
This
not.
dude is
That was not the
a
question.
big.
We all know he a
I'll say
beast.
this.
That
It is
was
the
not the
question.
question. That was not the
Baker
question. We
Mayfield
all recognize.
The
is
question is,
good
you
in
say
his own right,
does it?
but he ain't
His
Josh
stock is
Allen.
already up.
No,
His
no,
stock
no.
is
I'm
already
sorry.
up.
Not my question. Not my question. I'm talking about Tony's
I
question.
don't know about the other question. I
Okay,
didn't
all
hear
right,
that
all
question.
right, all
I
right.
don't know what
Okay,
you're
then.
talking
Okay, okay. It's fine to not answer it. I just want to make sure we all aware that
about.
you're not
Okay,
answering that because he asked you how
I'm
does it
answering the question that's on.
on the
I'm answering the
screen.
question on the screen.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's fair
plead the
enough.
fifth on the other
That's
one.
that's
I
fair.
plead the fifth.
Oh, you plead the fifth too, Elliot. And I wasn't gonna bring you in there, Elliot, because you was the same way with that whole Baker Mayfield stuff.
You,
But I wasn't gonna say nothing though. But you know,
I
you
ain't
threw
say
the
he's an elite quarterback. He's a decent quarterback, man.
who?
He had a
Josh
Hey,
bad
Allen
year.
man,
is
he
What
a
what
turned
can you say?
man, he
Hold
turned the
on, hold on,
organization
Howard.
around.
Hold
Baker
on, Howard.
Mayfield.
Man,
Who
he
you
used to wear paper
who you
bags on
referring
their
to?
head at the game.
Who you referring to, Howard?
Baker.
Well, you sure didn't talk like that. That little softness in your voice 2 months ago when you just said, well, he's an all right quarterback. He ain't elite. He okay. He play in the league.
I never said he,
What I
but I
will
never
say,
said he was elite. Did you ever? You never heard me say he was an elite quarterback, did you?
Yeah, but
No,
you
you haven't.
said the word
Let's put that
average
to rest.
like you were saying elite.
he's not a $75 million
No.
quarterback.
I
He,
never
But
say he
what
was
he
elite.
did do was
No,
bring the
don't
Browns
t-
out the
don't put
gutter.
no words in my mouth on that avenue.
no, you didn't say
I
that
didn't say
though.
he was.
You didn't say that. You didn't say
No,
that.
he wasn't no. He ain't one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. I can tell you that.
No, he's
Let's
not.
keep
But
it out there.
back to your question. Right now, there are 4 quarterbacks, maybe even just
Hold
3
on, here we go
quarterbacks.
right here. Okay, yeah, I'm coming up on the next one. Go ahead and name your 4. Go ahead and name your 4.
No,
Tone.
not four. I said there were 3 quarterbacks right now that I think that they wouldn't trade for Josh Allen. And I'm thinking it's down to 2 now. And now it might just be 1. Right now, I think if you have Joe Burrow, you keep Joe Burrow.
We're gonna answer that question in a few minutes, Tony.
Okay,
I got that
okay.
coming up in a few minutes.
Okay.
Let's wait till we get there. Let me answer this though. Is Patrick Mahomes best quarterback in the league right now?
I think it's hands down.
No,
I mean, what is the hesitation for?
I've been saying it the
No.
whole time. I've been saying it the whole time.
no,
So because
man.
Brady lost, he better than Brady.
no.
He was better.
He's better than
He was better than Brady when he
Brady.
lost the Super Bowl to him.
What? No.
If Brady had to run around like Patrick Mahomes had to run around, that dude had 500 yards rushing behind the line of scrimmage in that game, bro.
And he would have
Come
been
on,
hanging
man.
with his kids this
Yeah,
year.
he did.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all answer the question. Tony answered the question.
He got
Elliot,
7 Super Bowl rings.
Oh,
Elliot,
Tony's sleep,
And
man.
Patrick
Go back
Mahomes
to
got
sleep,
7
Tony.
Super Bowl rings.
Y'all
Oh.
talk about history. We talking about now.
yeah, we talking about right now. Right? And is he the best quarterback in the league right now? I didn't say all time yet. I'm saying, is he the best quarterback in the league right now?
Tom Brady wasn't even the best quarterback
So,
on the field
ho-
Sunday.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
No, come on
Since
now.
you
You can't say that.
y'all posed that question right there. Did you pose that question because he won the game Sunday? Because if Josh Allen would have won the game Sunday, what would you say? You still would say Mahomes?
Patrick
I would
Mahomes is
ask
the best
you,
quarterback.
would he still be the best quarterback in the league? The answer could be no. But
No,
I'm just
to me,
asking.
no.
It would,
It would still
That's
be
my
yes, though.
question. I'm not answering. No.
all right, so you're saying he's not the best quarterback in the league right now?
No.
Okay, who
still be-
is?
No. The best quarterback in the league still is Aaron Rodgers. I don't care what nobody say. He just had a bad game. Aaron Rodgers.
He
Now
has
y'all
a
go ahead
bad
and go say
game
something about
every
that.
playoffs, man. Go ahead, Elliot. What's the?
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Well, we know
Oh,
we've been but
I'll
one
take-
Super Bowl, so we know he's had 17 years of bad playoffs.
What-
You know what I'm saying? He's been to but one Super Bowl,
He's not
so
the
he's
best.
had 17 years. Somewhere down the line, what'd you say, Elliot?
He's not the
All
best
up-
right now.
Who's the best right now? You can't say
Yeah,
he's
Aaron
not
Rodgers.
the best and hesitate on who the best is.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he lost.
I
but
told you who the
still say
best
Aaron
is to
Rodgers.
me.
Listen,
Aaron
listen.
Rodgers.
You know what? When I put this question up here, we got fan segments, so we're going to get to them. So I really put this up here as like all of us can be like, yeah. I did not know this was going to cause a discussion.
No, you don't.
This
He just
ain't.
No, you
started
didn't. No, you. I know you
It
ain't say
should be.
that. No.
It shouldn't be. And here's the
He
thing:
just started
he
playing.
started the year off. He started the year off trying to do too much, always trying to get the big play. About halfway through the season, he decided, I'm gonna take the dump off. I'm gonna do what everybody.
Right.
And then he pulled something out the bag last night. Yo, man, I can run for 60 if you want me to. And he took off and ran. Dude, man, this dude got everything. Did you see that pass that he threw where the guy had his hands up and he threw it underhanded 15 yards downfield and the dude caught it? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. That dude
He
is
so he got some. So he got some.
able to do
He,
the
so he
same
got
thing
some
with
in his
Rams.
bag. That don't make him the best quarterback.
So y'all say Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league right now. That's what y'all's answer.
I said hands down, yes.
I'm Rodgers.
Not straying away from it. Yes.
okay.
Man,
Sure.
I'm in shock, man.
And this is coming from a person who
Well,
I always tell y'all that quarterbacks don't win titles, organizations win titles. Y'all keep wanting to put the title on the quarterback. Y'all keep forgetting the fact that Eli Manning got 2 of them because he had the best front 4 in the history of the game across, so it enabled him to beat Tom Brady in 2 Super Bowls. I believe that organizations win, but as far as individual talent right now, playing right now, it's only 2 people in the discussion, and that's the 2 quarterbacks that played yesterday. Aaron Rodgers ain't the same Aaron Rodgers he was 4 years ago.
All right, fellas. Let's get. My heart is hurting. I'm disappointed.
Aaron Rodgers almost 40 years old, man, and you want to say that, Tony?
Right.
Really? These boys ain't even 26
We're not
years
talking
old
about
yet.
all time. We talking about right
Howard,
now.
I said right now he's
I'm
not the
still
same
talking about Aaron Rodgers is
40
the best
years.
quarterback right now. At the age he is, yes, he
Then why
is
you
the best
keep-
Okay,
quarterback.
well then let's put him in the age category as the best quarterback for his age group. Since we gonna bring age in here,
No.
we not talking. Well, then
We
why
can't
bring
do
his
that.
age up? That's like saying
so
LeBron
let's-
is the best basketball player because he's playing at 37. Now, come on, we not talking about that.
So let me ask you this then. When they go to MVP, when they go vote MVP, does that say anything about the best quarterback?
I think that's a good argument.
Answer that question for
I
me.
think they're wrong, but I think that's a
Answer
good
that for me.
argument. I think that's a good argument.
Come on, man.
That was a good. I said that was a good argument. That was great. That was great. That was great. This the best. That's the best comeback because he is
You
going
said it's
to
gonna be Tom Brady?
No, Tom Brady's gonna win
No,
the MVP.
Aaron Rodgers gonna do the MVP.
Aaron Rodgers gonna win.
Nah,
the
man,
Aaron
people
Rodgers
don't
gonna win.
like Aaron
No, sir.
Rodgers, man. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Reporters
that
who
might
vote
be
on
true
him
too.
Don't
Oh,
like
yeah, I
him.
give you that.
That whole
You might
COVID
be
thing
right.
might mess him up. So
I'm telling you,
right.
the people don't
No,
like him.
he'll
And
win it.
if he wins, I'll
let
be
me ask. No,
surprised.
hold on, Howard. Let me ask you a question. So if Tom Brady
Yes,
win
sir.
it, would that make him the best? Boy, that was a
It
good
could be.
comeback right there,
Hey.
wasn't it? That means that whole
That was a good
argument-
comeback. That was a good comeback. Hey, look. Hey, Bishop, you could have muted me on the thing. Hey, that's a good comeback. You're right. 100% right.
Yeah. All right, but look, let's
You're
go,
right.
man.
You're definitely right.
We got the fan segment. Let's get into this, man. Let's talk about this 49er game that we had, man. Listen, we've been having this fan segment for 3 weeks now, and we had winners on, and we got the same 2 winners because we keep bringing them back. But one thing's for sure. One of them won't be back next week. One of them won't be back because it ain't no ties in the playoffs. So we're going to bring my man Antoine in here. We're going to talk about the 49ers game. What's up, baby?
Hey, you know
boy?
you can tie.
Let me bring him off. That's
What's going on, fellas?
There you go. No, he there.
There
There
you
you go. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Y'all
What's up, fellas?
win so much. You are a staple on the show now.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey, right. Hey, that's a good thing.
yeah, that's a good thing. Look, man,
Yes, sir.
what was your thoughts on that game, man?
Man, that game had me nervous in the first half, man. But I think once I seen that we kept them at 7 points, and then we went into the half with the blocked field goal. You know, I was telling my boy that was a 49 fan, we were watching the game together. I was like, man, we can make it to halftime, and Cal make these adjustments. We're going to come out different. And we came out, was able to run the ball more. That defense won that game for us, man. Defense and special teams won that game for us, man. Because Jimmy G he was trying to throw interceptions. You know, he was just trying to get them interceptions. I mean, I was like, what are you doing? But, you know, Debo, that defense and special team won that game for us. But the whole Aaron Rodgers is 7 points in the first half. I felt good after going into halftime after that. I
Elliot,
think that
what your thoughts? Go ahead. Finish, Antoine. You got some.
I was just about to say, it took some adjustment with that weather. It was cold out there. And I know that ball was feeling like a brick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kittle dropped the pass, and I think you dropped the pass. Like that ball feel like a brick.
Hey, Antoine, I dropped the pass too. It was so cold out that joke, boy. I dropped the pass and I was sitting home.
Right. That joke was cold out there, man. I was like, man, but we held it down. That defense, man, I was more proud of anything that defense. They held us down, man.
Man, Elliot, what do you think
They
about that
came
game?
with
Hey, and first of all, congratulations to the 49ers, man.
Appreciate
Anybody
it.
hold the great Aaron Rodgers, man, the 10 points in Lambeau Field and come away with the win. I applaud him, man. But at the same time, I do have to say, I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers blew this game. But what I am going to say is the special teams is the scapegoat here. They blew this game. You take away that play, and we got a different ball game. Possible, but I don't see it coming out the same way. I mean, I'm happy for the 49ers. You know, they make this trip to the conference final. Maybe not. We'll see you next week. But man, I gotta say, it's the special teams is the scapegoat here. That's why I put the blame on it.
Let me answer this question for me, Tone. Does this game give you any confidence in Jimmy G?
In fact, this hurt my confidence more than anything.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because they dumbed the offense down enough that where he wasn't throwing the ball down the field. He was supposed to be throwing the ball to short guys who were open guys and things like that. He was missing guys. If you watch the game, he was missing checkdowns. So he was doing things that rookies do. And he doesn't have the added ability to run the ball. To me, in the next game, the better chance to win, you just go ahead and put Trey Lance out there. If you're gonna have a veteran making the mistakes throwing the ball, at least have the dynamic that if the play break down, you got somebody who can take off and run. And right now, Jimmy G ain't doing that. I think he's playing scared. He's playing not to lose, and it's making him look worse. I put it to you this way. One of my boys called me today and was like, hey, yo, man, I heard Denver was talking about maybe making a trade for Jimmy G. And I was like, all my hats and everything, they're going right in my fireplace.
Oh, if they pick up Jimmy G?
Oh, man, because it's like it just goes to show that they have no idea what to do with the quarterback position.
Stop lying. You ain't throwing your stuff away. You gonna always be a fan.
I'd rather keep Teddy Bridgewater.
Cowboy.
Man, please. Howard, does this game give you confidence in Jimmy G?
Look, man, all this the streak started against who? The team they ready to play, right? This is where this big thing started with the 49ers.
Yeah.
They came back, they were 17-3 in the hole at halftime against the Rams. Then the defense said, y'all know what? Let's get ourselves together. They went into the half. I don't know what is about them going into the halftime. I don't know what they taking. I don't know what they in there smoking or whatever. Whatever they doing, they coming out of halftime and they're a whole different team, man. I don't know what it is.
Snoop Dogg,
but they coming out a whole different team. Listen, man, Jimmy G, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. Just like Tony said, I think he's playing not to lose, but he gonna have to play to win this week. Simple as that, like he did when he beat him the other week, 3 weeks ago.
Antoine,
that's how he got to play.
Does this give you confidence?
I think Jimmy. I think that weather played a factor with Jimmy. For one, two, he's still going through the shoulder and the thumb thing. But overall, with Jimmy, I have confidence that he can manage the game and win it. I would think that we would win it more so long as our running game is doing what it's supposed to do and it open up that pass more. But just with Jimmy, he gets rattled too quick for me. You know what I mean? Like he might take a sack or interception sometimes, and he get happy feet. And then, past couple games, even with I think it was the Cowboys game versus the Packers game, he did on 2 instances. He did something I rarely see him do. He stepped up in the pocket. He stepped up in the pocket, avoided the sack, and threw the ball. He didn't do it in Green Bay, but them 2 times he did it in Dallas, I was like, wow, Jimmy stepped up in the pocket. Because normally he just sits there waiting for he don't have incredible speed, but Jimmy can run. He can take off on you. So I'm like, run. But I believe Jimmy can definitely win the game as long as he don't get flustered
Do you
early.
want to change that word "believe" to "hope"?
I think that's a better word.
Do you? I mean, you might believe
No,
it. I'm just saying. Do you hope?
I believe in my quarterback, man.
Okay, all right. Hey, that's what I want to hear. Put
I
some bass in
believe
your
in my
voice
quarterback.
when you talk about that.
And
Hey,
to go
that's
to
the
Tony, I
second
would not
clause.
put Trey Lance in there in those NFC Championship game
The rookie,
as a rookie.
he ain't never played.
No, the reason why I say I would do that.
And Trey has shown you, Trey ain't sitting in that pocket but so long before he ready to pull off. That's not going to
Man,
win.
I wouldn't even have him back there. I would be running a straight early Lamar Jackson, early Josh Allen.
Now, if you want to bring him in and do some of those plays, that's
running
fine.
the ball,
Or a couple read
we
options,
doing
that's
play
fine.
action. He got one
Yeah.
read on a read option. That's it. If it ain't there, go take off like they did with Vic. That's what I'm doing with Trey Lance because he has an opportunity to be dynamic.
No, but Tony talking about doing that the whole game. He talking about starting.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about starting.
He talking about starting.
I am talking about starting them. I'm talking about doing the whole game because here's what I'm saying: put the ball in the hands of your running game. Let Mitchell, let Debo, let those guys go and do their thing, and then let Lance play off of him when they're feeding to go run everywhere and go try to get Jimmy. Then he go take it on the other side. He good for 15-20.
That would have been good the second half of the season. You can't do that. Start that at the championship game and you ain't playing.
Not the NFC Championship game. He played.
Yeah, no, but he has gotten in the
Tony,
game.
It might happen though, Tony. He might get hurt. You never know. He might get hurt.
He is hurt.
Hey,
I'm just saying. Maybe that's why he ain't running like. Maybe that's why he ain't running like Antonio said.
But
he's scared to get that shoulder toe up. It's already messed up.
It ain't his legs out. He ain't hurt from the hip down.
Nah, but if you take that hit, everything hurt.
I'm just saying. If he take a hit running, that's all I'm saying. It can happen.
Who give him? What'd you say, Elliot?
You gotta go with Jimmy G. He gave him their better chance of winning.
Of course.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they did beat the Rams twice already, right?
Yeah, dude. But check this out. What people don't realize about that second Rams
They beat the Rams. No, they didn't.
They beat them twice.
No.
They beat them both times.
They beat them twice.
They beat who?
He said 49ers beat the Rams twice.
Oh, the 49ers beat the Rams. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Rams.
Listen,
the Rams in trouble, man.
The last game, man, y'all
say that.
Go ahead, Tom.
Man, y'all forget Stafford was hurt that last game, man. That he got hurt in the first half, and he couldn't step off to throw the ball. Oh man, you can say what you want to. They show footage. They show when he tried to step off.
Tony.
Stop,
Tony. Stop, Tony. Stop, Tony.
Okay.
What I want to know is can the 49ers overcome that Rams defense, man? Them boys on them outside, they get into the quarterback with no rush.
And Aaron Donald is lowboying people. Aaron Donald is treating people like a little boy right now.
The way you beat that is the run game. That slows that defensive line up. They got to step back, and now they got to make a decision with that run game. You can't just.
And how did they beat them, Antonio? How did they beat them? How did they beat them?
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. In this game,
how did they beat them, Antonio? When they beat them
that run game.
If they win, Debo cannot be the MVP. It's gonna have to be Kerry Kittle, and I'm gonna tell you why. They are going to stack up for that run game, and if they're trying to do Debo like that, and they're gonna go ahead and put Ramsey on him when he's out at receiver. We're not letting him do that stuff. So
they're gonna stack that pass game.
Right. So it's gonna have to be Kittle over the middle. taking a little short thing and turning it into a big play for them to move. And I think it's going to come down to field goal kicks. But here's the thing. I love the defense for the 49ers. I just think right now that Odell is getting in the offense and doing stuff, and Cooper Kupp just goes to show he is an unstoppable player. Let's just call it what it is. And so with that, I feel like you're not going to beat them with 13 points. You're not going to beat the Rams with 13 points.
If he can't throw the ball, ain't nothing. It ain't gonna matter what Odell Beckham and them do, because that's what they did. He couldn't throw the football, but you said he was hurt. They the ones that hurt him. You said he was hurt. But
no,
anyway,
they did hurt.
We gonna see Tom.
No question, they did hurt.
That's all I'm saying, Tom.
Last question for a man while we got Antoine on the fan segment. Last question. Look, this ain't his, but look, man, y'all think Rodgers gonna be back with the Packers next year?
Yeah,
Man, that's hard. Yeah.
I do.
The thing with that game is when Aaron walked off that field, it might have been me looking too much into it. I don't know. But when Aaron walked off that field, how he was looking at the stands and the crowd, them fans in the stands, and he was kind of like looking around Lambeau like, dang, this is my last home game here. This is my last game here as a Packer. That's exactly how he was walking around looking at, when he was walking out, that face he got, a disgust, and he was looking around at the stadium like, this is the last time I'm going to see y'all as the quarterback of the Packers. I think he's going to lead the Packers, man. I think he was ready to lead last year.
Yeah, he looked just like Ben Roethlisberger did after their last game. Right.
That's funny. All right, look. That was a good question. But look, you got your team going up against the Rams next week, Antoine.
Absolutely.
Okay,
what
you
mean?
That's what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say. All right, look, man, that's a fan segment. If they win, baby, you coming back.
Yeah, cause we get ready for this Super Bowl, man.
Oh Lord! All right, well, look, man, that was you brought the pain again, man. We appreciate you. If they win, we'll bring you back. Y'all go ahead and give him a
All right, appreciate it, fellas.
All right, Twan.
All right,
fellas, we have my man there. Came, man, he did a good job, man, on the fan segment. He been here all 3 weeks now. We got the Rams fan coming up here in a few minutes. But while they getting ready to get on there, look, man, we're coming up next. The Bengals took them Titans out, man. What was your thoughts on that game, fellas?
Man, 9 sacks.
I want to go first. Hold up. I told y'all that they were gonna beat them. Did I tell y'all that? That Cincinnati was gonna beat them. They was gonna beat them. I said that.
You said
Listen, man. Listen. One thing that stood out for me is Cincinnati played some good defense, man. They played some good defense, Tony. You were talking about they DBs and all this. They played some good defense, Tony. I'm talking to you, Tony. But they played some good defense, man.
I'll explain it to you in a minute.
Go ahead and explain it, Tony.
Howard, they did not play good defense. They played okay defense. They got ran all over. They stopped Henry because Henry wasn't back. But then their backup came in.
Well, who ran over him?
Their backup came in, and I can't remember his name, but he ran all over them. Dude, he broke several long runs. I'm going to tell you this. As much as when your defense gives you 9 sacks and stops you, you're supposed to win that game. But why do you lose that game? Because your quarterback, for some reason, saw the orange jersey as the target, the orange helmet as the target, as opposed to the blue one. And he threw the ball 3. So he threw 3 interceptions. There could have been 6. But like they always say about cornerbacks, if they could catch, they would be playing offense. So Ryan Tannehill did everything he could to give that game away, and then they had a chance to win the game at the end. And how does he close it out? With an interception, dude. Man, I'm sorry. I'm not taking anything away from the Bengals. I'm really taking away from the Titans because they had every opportunity to win this game. Their defense, they held that offense. dude, come on, man. You saw what that offense has been doing, and their defense held that offense down. But they couldn't score points. Why? Because Ryan Tannehill let them down. And I said it, the one thing that was going to bother him is I think that bye week hurt both teams. I'm telling you, everybody else has been playing. Everybody else is in rhythm. And them two teams, they came out not looking like they came out.
Yeah.
Well, Green Bay didn't come out sluggish. They came out and scored first and then took the rest of the game off. But what I'm saying is they didn't come out like they didn't have the excuse in Tennessee that they had in Green Bay. Won't know 0 degrees in snow. Right. It was a little cold. It was just Ryan Tannehill. The moment got too big for him. As dude said on YouTube, he ain't a real athlete. He started wearing his pants. The moment got too big for him.
What do you think, Elliot, about that game?
Man, they did everything to get that game away. 9 sacks. There's no way you should come up losing that game. But I will say this though, your boy, you can't. You got to give Joe Burrow some type of respect, man. That man held in there, 9 sacks, waited out his time, was patient, and delivered when he needed to deliver, just enough to get them to win.
But man, them Bengals, they killing him though, boy. He getting killed back there.
He got killed. Most quarterbacks gave up, man.
Yo, I give him credit for finishing the game, bro.
Right?
Yeah, he's getting killed.
Sacked 9 times. He got hit 17.
God, you be more careful, man.
Quarterback is taking 17 hits in a game. He not getting hit by cornerbacks. The dudes who hit him are linemen.
Yeah, he getting hit. All right, well, we had a little bit to talk about, man, but let's get into this fan segment. Listen, the guy been on the show the whole 3 weeks, man. They just keep coming on. But one of them jokers, they not making it on here next week because they play each other. So we gonna see what's going on. But my man Greg is in the house. Oh boy, he ramped up. Look at him, Howard.
Yes.
Hey, y'all. You see him represent Cooper Cup today. Cooper did his thing.
Hey man, congratulations on that win. That was a good win, man. By the Rams on that. What was your thoughts on that game?
Well, hey, we went into Tampa Bay. Hey, we took out the GOAT. And like I said, before, I'll see us, like I said, San Francisco ain't gonna beat us 3 times in a row. I already said that. And by listening to y'all conversation early, Antoine and San Francisco, they kind of scared already. He already throwing the time. This Ram team is on the road. And as you saw that last game, when the Rams beat themselves with turnovers, that's when they bring other teams back into the game. When San Fran came back when it was down 17 points, our turnovers, Stafford threw a pick 6 and different things, and got San Fran back in the game, and it got us in overtime. But this time, there's a bigger mission at hand. Super Bowl bound. We at home. And I heard earlier, SoFi said they ain't selling no tickets to San Francisco fans. So
they couldn't.
No, that's
last time. They're going to be all regular fans.
Yeah, because the last game was a 49ers home game at SoFi.
Right, it was. That's how it was last time. And now they said they ain't going to be like that this time. They ain't selling no tickets in the San Francisco area code.
Yeah,
so
they did right. That's what they supposed to do.
They do it right.
Elliot, let me ask you this. Did Tampa Bay lose that game or did the Rams win it?
You know what? The GOAT, the Rams won it, man. The GOAT didn't show up, man. I'm gonna be honest, they ain't show up. The Rams won that game. Defense had him rattled.
Yep.
Take away the second half and it wasn't a ball game. But you got to be played. But they dominated them in that first half, and nothing Brady could do. He almost brought them back, but again, the defense.
No, he did bring them back.
Defense.
Howard, answer the question then. Did you think Tampa Bay lost it or did the Rams win it?
The Rams won it in the first half. The Rams, their defense was Hey, Greg, congrats, bro.
Game 4
Congrats,
quarters,
man.
Howard.
I appreciate that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But
No doubt,
remember,
bro. Listen, man.
the turnovers got Tampa Bay back in that game. We was beating ourselves. That's what got Tampa Bay
True
back.
that. True,
Go Tony.
true
Go
that.
Tony.
True that. True that.
I will answer it this way. Brady threw for 329 and a touchdown. He had the one pick that he was getting hit when he threw the ball at the end of the first half. But I will say this. That game was supposed to be a blowout.
I agree.
Three things that never happened back to back to back. Cooper Kupp never fumbles the ball. He fumbled the ball on a simple out route. He was about to go to try to get out of bounds, and the ball got hit, and he fumbled the ball. That's how they got one score. Akers, who has not been a fumbler, fumbled the ball twice. I chalked that up to rust. I think maybe he's not going to do that, and he lost the one that made it. And then Matt Stafford, it was miscommunication.
Don't put no rust on that. He ain't put no rust on it the week before, so don't start it now.
And it was very close. It was very close to being down. His head, the ball came out just before his head hit the ground. So you talking about a millisecond? That's not a fumble. They go down. The game is over at that point. And then Matt Stafford, he was calling a play. For some reason, the guard tapped the center and was like, cool, and threw the ball right at him. Matt Stafford didn't see it. That's not something that you're going to see happen all the time. You can't depend on fluke plays in order to come back. So I will say this. This Rams defense had Brady seeing ghosts. They stopped the run everywhere except, I'm going to tell you, the best play that the Tampa Bay has is lining up like they about to do a quarterback sneak and then handing it to Leonard Fournette, because they did it twice and they got a first down and a touchdown on the 2 times that they did it. That is the best play in their playbook, because Leonard Fournette is that dude. If they gave him the ball more, they probably would have been closer. But this wasn't a situation where the Rams had to come back. The Rams beat themselves. But I will say this. This is the game that Matthew Stafford needed. He needed it to come down to that. And then he needed to be the one standing up at the end of the game saying, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm going to move all the way downfield with no timeouts. Zero timeouts. We've seen that before. 0 timeouts. And he stands up and he delivers. So Dallas ain't the only team. Dallas ain't the only team that's done blown out. I'm not talking about Dallas right now. I'm just saying in the history, we've seen it before where teams not know what to do, but he stood up big. And that pass that he threw to Cooper Kupp, he couldn't have ran out there and handed it off to him any better than he threw it. That was it was a perfect read. It was a perfect pass. But I will say this, it was some blown defense by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers too. But
right.
I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for that. It was
blown defense.
If you look at that play where Cooper Kupp caught that ball, man, then again, I don't know, Tony, because I was trying to figure out why did they have a freaking corner blitz and then leave Cooper Kupp one-on-one with their man. That was my problem. They had a corner blitz from the left-hand side.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Howard, the problem was with that play is that Devin White, it was a 0 coverage. It was a 0 blitz, which meant Devin White should have went through the gap. If you look at it, they didn't have enough people to block it. So if Devin White would have came in instead of staying in the middle, then Stafford wouldn't have had time to take that extra step and throw that ball. So Devin White is the one who missed it. But once they put him out there, Antoine Winfield is a good strong safety, but he ain't no Cooper Kupp.
He's slow. And he's slow. Hey man, he looked like a daggone linebacker trying to run and catch up with Cooper. He looked like a line. I thought it was a linebacker at first.
Right.
It was a missed call. It was a missed call because Wingfield looked when he passed Cooper Kupp off to like he thought he had inside help, but they couldn't have inside help because half the team got 0 blitz and some of them didn't. So it was a missed call.
Oh my God!
There's no way.
They got the whole off season to think about it.
They do, right? The whole off season.
They have the whole off season to think about it.
To figure it out.
We're gonna do this.
And they're gonna be looking for a new
Yeah.
quarterback in the offseason.
Oh God, Jesus!
There's a lot of things to think about.
Man.
You muted again, man. Why you keep muting yourself?
Oh, because I was doing some. Greg, how impressive is the Rams front four?
Oh well, hey, they're doing their thing. Like I said, you got Bond, you got Donald, you got you got
Lord.
you got a crew of aggressive playing brothers. Yeah, some of them brothers. But no, they're doing their thing. That pressure, like y'all mentioned earlier on Brady, that they put on him, he didn't know what to do. Brady was getting the ball out trying to get it out less than 2 seconds. And he couldn't do that. They was on him like was it dinner table when everybody hungry, Mama say come eat, last chicken leg, everybody rushed that thing. They was on him like he was that chicken leg and we all was hungry. You know, they was out to eat Brady up. But it's going to, like I say, this next game, you know, the 49ers, we're going to do our thing against them. But I'm thinking the Super Bowl, I was going to say that. I think they're going to look for a rematch between KC and LA. You remember that one game that historical game, that 54-51 game, high scoring, potent offenses going back and forth. And, at least we got a better defense this time. But they're going to look at that. And, that's going to bring more money to the NFL.
Are you looking past the team?
Oh, the 49ers don't even exist in his mind right
In
now.
his mind, the 49ers are not even in the conversation.
Wait a minute. Y'all look past them, too. Everybody on that panel look past the 49ers. Tony was studying when he tried to say they was going to win. Everybody put that money for San Francisco. If you do, just give it to me now. I know I got to.
Let me ask you. Well, since he said that, let me ask y'all a question. Who y'all got in that game?
I gotta go with the Rams. I picked the Rams.
I already know who Tony got. Tony picked the Rams. You already know Tony. He didn't have to
I'm going with the Rams too. I'm going with the
I
Rams
said that.
too. Who you going with, Howard?
That's what I said. I said who I'm going with.
Quan.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm sorry, Quan.
Listen.
I think.
Hey, Greg. Much love to you, bro. Much love to you, bro.
This is yours.
Just like you said, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Howard, you ain't said. Elliot, we're going to come back to Howard. Who you going with, Elliot?
Hey, I'm going with the trifecta.
I mean, Greg keep messing with me, man.
3 times for the year.
So so Elliot, you going with the 49ers?
Yeah, trifecta. It's California.
Hey, Elliot.
Elliot,
this ball.
Elliot,
Hello.
You know they watching SpongeBob on the TV set. Elliot, mute Elliot, Mike. Elliot, talk about the 49ers.
Is this thing on?
Right.
Hey, Greg. Y'all got some pretty colors, but y'all will be home watching them too.
Hey, I know this is gonna be a topic for next week. But next year, one of these fans on this panel might have a better coach because somebody just left.
Sean Payton
just left the Saints.
Sean Payton. I had that in for the next segment, but we couldn't get to it. Real quick, while we got my man on, I just asked Antoine the 49 fans about Aaron Rodgers. We asking Greg now. You think Brady gone?
Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Brady gonna go. Everybody thinks he gonna come back one year. Honestly, Brady, his last interview today, he was talking about spending time with his kids.
Hold on for a second, Greg. Let's take a listen to that real quick.
I'd rather play and lose than not play at all. And as much as a losing hurts, it's much more enjoyable for me to be in the arena than not in the arena. As difficult as it was to lose the game yesterday, I was glad I played in it, and I was glad I was a part of it. And as challenging as the season was, I was glad I played and glad I participated, because I'm living my life, and I'm not just counting the days. So my days are meaningful to me. I'm going to try to keep them meaningful to me. football is extremely important in my life, and it means a lot to me. And I care a lot about what we're trying to accomplish as a team, and I care a lot about my teammates. And the biggest difference now that I'm older is I have kids now too, and I care about them a lot as well. And, they've been my biggest supporters. My wife is my biggest supporter. It pains her to see me get hit out there. And, she deserves what she needs from me as a husband, and my kids deserve what they need from me as a dad. And, I'm going to spend some time with them and give them what they need, because they've really been giving me what I need the last 6 months to do what I love to do. And, I said this a few years ago, it's what relationships are all about. It's not always what I want.
All right. That was a little bit
for you.
Hey.
There you go.
Translate that.
His wife told him he can't play.
My $350 million wife said,
but he'll be back. He still got 1 year left on his contract.
Come on, bro.
He's going to beg his wife to be back. He'll be back.
I don't think he's coming back because for one,
he got 1 year left on the contract.
I think he know that they can't win the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay.
And they can't keep all those players. They're going to have to let go players, and they might lose both of their coordinators. Todd Bowles interviewing for jobs. Byron Leftwich interviewing for jobs. And you already see Bruce Arians might get fired because he hit one more person. He might not make it back to the stadium. So right now, things are falling apart in Tampa. And I think he see the writing on the wall that his Super Bowl window has all the way closed with Tampa.
Yep. And you
Tell
saw
him go call Antonio.
Right. And you saw how
he posted himself in Ravens jersey.
Go, Greg.
You see how he got his lip busted? He reacted. He almost had a fit. He ain't gonna have no protection next year. So he can walk away while he still got all his brains.
Do that to the GOAT.
Yeah, they did it. They did it to the GOAT too.
Hey, man, hey, he got hit in the chest and he bit his lip because he don't wear a mouthpiece like every other quarterback. The reason why he don't wear a mouthpiece because he know that can't nobody touch him. And this time they let somebody touch him.
Yep. And he's done. He walking out.
That's not allowed in the NFL to hit Brady like that.
That's something. Greg, we appreciate you, man, coming on. Listen, if y'all win next week, we're gonna have you come do the whole show. Whoever one of y'all team win, y'all gonna do the whole show with us.
All right. We're gonna talk about it. I'll see y'all next week.
Hey, look, fellas. Man, we appreciate Greg being with us, man. I tell you, them guys have been good, man. Listen, we get ready to shut it down. We gotta do who you got real quick before we get out of here. Let me see where we at on the who you got. On last week, Tony went 6-0